This weekend, we get underway Saturday night at 4:15, featuring heavyweight prospect Guido Vianello, bantamweights Floyd Cashflow Diaz and Robert Biggie Rodriguez, and welterweight bout between Giovanni Santillan and Cecil McCalla. That's the undercards beginning at 4:15 Pacific, and then our main events 7 o'clock Pacific on the network ESPN. And the co-feature is sitting with me right now. To my left, Janibek, Ali Mahanala, and Rob Brandt. Welcome, guys. How are we feeling? We're going to start with you.
I'm feeling amazing. Thank you so much, first for the introduction, and second for telling me how to pronounce Mr. Janibek's last name. It's been something we've been working on the whole entire camp, so it's a pleasure to be here.
I don't think you need to worry about how to pronounce his name. Just get in the ring and do what you do.
Facts.
Yeah, facts. You're coming off this fight, coming off your last fight. This one, you're coming into this one as the underdog. We're here in Vegas, so people pay attention to what those bookies put out there. How does it make you feel knowing that you're coming into this one and Vegas has you as the underdog?
It's never a surprise. I've always felt like if you've never taken the risk, never been the underdog, you've played it safe your entire career. So it's something I'm actually looking forward to.
I want to turn to you, translator over here. Since you turned pro, you've wanted this fight. We've heard you talk about it before. So what is Kazakh style, and what can we expect from you Saturday night?
Assalamu alaikum баршаңызға. Енді бұл қазір топ ринг ұйымдастырып беріп отырған жекпе-жек мен үшін өте маңызды. Роб өте жақсы қарсылас. Енді бұл жерге мен өзім 100%-ға дайын болып келдім. 100% бәрі ойдағыдай өтеді деп ойлаймын. Және де бұл кеште қазақ стайлын көрсетемін.
I never knew I'm gonna learn Kazakh language anyway, but I have on the left translating me to. I wanted to thank Top Rank. It's a very important fight for me. I'm happy to be here, and I'm 100% ready. And Saturday night, I'm gonna show a Kazakh style boxing.
It's got to feel pretty good to be on this card co-feature under Lomachenko. How does that make you feel?
Негізі енді біз барлық жағына дайынбыз, өйткені осы уақытқа дейін айтып келе жатырмыз. Біз чемпиондармен шығуға дайынбыз деп. Және де көп ұзамай главный картта жұдырықтасамыз деп ойлаймын.
I feel very good. Everything is prepared for the fight 100%, and pretty soon I wanted to fight on my main event.
I love it. Rob, coming back to you, it's been a year. Torn biceps, defeat to Murata. What have you learned about yourself since that point, coming through surgeries and sitting here now?
I've really learned a lot of patience, and I've taken a lot of guidance from the B&B, Mr. Brian McIntyre, and the B&B crew, and really kind of developing better as a better professional boxer. I've always been known for being a high volume puncher, but now it's adding some intelligence to that. So with the patience, I've learned a lot with the new camp that I've been with.
Anything over here to my left surprise you? The fact that he wanted this fight, that he's had his eyes on you for a little while now, and here we are, and it's happening.
No, it's not a big surprise. Everybody wants to be, this is top rank. Everyone's at the top level here. So this is another fight at the very top level, and this is where I'm going to prove that I deserve to be here.
I'm going to come back to you. You have a great trainer, Buddy McGirt, in your corner. What has he added to your game?
Біз Қазақстаннан келгеннен осы Бадимен істесіп жатырмыз. Бұл өте бізге өзімізге қолайлы, біздің стильді дамытып жатқан тренер. Сондықтан да енді бұл кісі қазір өте әртүрлі дәрежеде, бұл тек қана бір стильде ғана дайындап жатқан жоқ, әртүрлі алдыға да, артқа да, ортада тұрып та бокстасатын стильді көрсетті. Сондықтан да осы сенбі күні біздің бадимен жасаған тренировканың бәрін суббота күні көрсетеміз.
When I came 3 years ago, I started with Buddy McGirt. I like him a lot. I think he's the best trainer in the world because he doesn't try to change into his style. He's just adding whatever I have into my style. And we're just not training for this fight. We're looking forward already for the championship fights together.
Bob, I want to come to you. What are your thoughts on this match? Is this a little too much too soon for this guy? What are we feeling?
I think it's a terrific fight. And our long-range plans are hopefully to match the winner of this fight against Munguia later on this year. And hopefully that'll be a WBO middleweight eliminator. And we would like to see the winner of this fight emerge as a middleweight champion.
When you hear Bob say things like that, is it hard to just stay in this moment right now?
No, it's actually been very easy for me to think that, these things are phenomenal, but none of it happens unless, the win comes on Saturday. So my focus has been fully and 100% on beating Janibek on Saturday.
Perfect. Listen, we're going to bring the main event up, so if you could leave your microphones right on your chair, and we're going to give you the first face-off of the weekend right there on those X's, please. Yeah. This bout is 10 rounds. Janibek, Alim Hanala, Rob Brandt. 10 rounds. The middleweight division. This is our co-feature, 7 o'clock Pacific on ESPN.
All right, break him up, break him up.
All right, guys. Good?
Don't quit! There you go! Don't quit!
All right, before we bring up our main event, I'm going to ask Bob. We're excited to have Loma back. What do you expect from Loma in this bout now that he's back in the ring Saturday night, coming off his loss to Lopez?
Well, unlike many fighters, particularly after they've experienced a loss, they always want an easy way back. But Loma is not like these other fighters. He wanted us to get him the toughest opponent that we could get. And clearly, the guy who filled that bill is Nakatani. Not only was he very competitive when he fought Lopez, but was involved in a sensational fight with Verdeo, who had him down a couple of times, had him in trouble, but he had the perseverance to pull himself together and win the fight by knockout. So everybody who, and a lot of people, are really interested in this fight. This will be a tremendously competitive fight and will test each of the fighters.
Well, let's bring them up here because they just walked into the room. Please welcome Masayoshi Nakatani and Vasiliy Lomachenko. Well, this is an exciting one, an incredible Saturday night, and you just heard Bob say it. Most, after a loss, want an easy fight. They want to get back in the ring and maybe cruise to something. This is obviously a fierce competitor. How excited are you to be back in the ring Saturday night? What can we expect?
Thank you very much. Yes, it's true. I can wait, come back in the ring. I'm very excited, and I want to improve myself, who I am in the boxing.
What's it going to be like having 2,500 fans in the theater? Last time we saw you, there was nobody in the theater, and tonight or Saturday night, we're going to have a full house coming to see a great fight. Fans back in the building.
It's very great, and you know what? They give for us, for boxers in the ring. They push us. They give for us some energy. That's why we can't stay, and that's why we need to work all the time.
You decided to stay at lightweight, and your first opponent after the Lopez fight is nearly 6 feet tall, much bigger. Talk about that as your choice to stay at lightweight, and obviously there's a big guy sitting over here.
He's a tough guy. He has a very high. He has a reach, and I think he's a very good boxer. That's why my choice wasn't this guy.
It's going to be an exciting Saturday night. We're going to come over here. Any inspiration from last weekend? Do you take any inspiration from last weekend that happened here at the Virgin with your countryman, the Monster, in a way, and what he did? Do you take any inspiration from last weekend?
先週の井上戦から、モチベーションはもらいましたか？
そうですね。同じ日本人が、活躍するのはやっぱ嬉しいですよね。
Yes, of course, a fellow Japanese fighter having a great fight is really nice.
Our main event after this fight, there could be a title shot possibly on the line. What does this opportunity mean to you to know that next step could be pretty big?
今週のメインイベントの後に、タイトル戦が可能性となりますけれども、それはあなたにとってどういうことでしょうか？
今回の試合、絶対に勝ちたい試合です。
This fight is a fight that I have to win and want to win.
Bob, you've seen him fight many times. What challenges do you think he's going to present to Loma on my right here?
Well, you spelled it out. He's big for a lightweight, and he boxes well, as Loma said, and he's a tremendous puncher. So when you get all of those three qualities, you know that even as skilled as Loma is, that it's a real challenge fighting Nakatani. And also, this is really great. Look, you have people speaking all different languages from all over the world, not only in these two fights, but on the undercard. And it's almost a precursor to the Olympics that are going to take place in Japan next month. So, I mean, really in the Olympic spirit, we dedicate this fight, and we all know that Vasiliy Lomachenko is one of the great Olympians, great amateur fighters of all time, ever. And so it's great to be able to do this fight on the eve of the Olympics.
Loma, I want to come back to you. We talked earlier that you decided to stay at lightweight. Does everything in this division lead towards a rematch to Lopez?
So I have a fight this Saturday, and after we can talking about rematch. But of course, all knows I want this fight again.
I got it. I think everybody heard you. That's exciting. What do you want to prove to the boxing world? You don't have much to prove because, hands down, pound for pound, you're the guy. But there's been a lot of talk. In your head, in your heart, what do you have to prove to boxing fans and to the boxing community Saturday night?
You know, first of all, I want to improve myself, for my team, for my father, for my family, for my friends who always support me. And of course, I want to show my best skill and show who I am one more time, who I am in the ring.
Perfect. Come back over here, one more for Nakatani. When this fight was made available and presented, what did that opportunity mean to you?
今回この試合が、できたというところで、できるということになった時点であなたに対してこの試合はどういう意味がありましたか？
そうですね、自分の中でやっぱりその一番のビッグマッチなんで、まあ、大変嬉しい気持ちはあります。でも戦うだけじゃなくて、まあ、勝たないと意味がないと思っているので、また試合の日は、絶対に勝つつもりで戦います。
When this fight came up, I felt that it was the biggest fight in my career up to this point. But having the fight or getting the fight doesn't mean anything unless you win. So this Saturday, I will positively win.
Positively win coming from Nakatani. Loma, you want to say anything there? Nothing.
No, I don't want to say anything.
That's it. We're going to leave it at that. Gentlemen, if you could leave your microphones on your chairs, and we'll head to the X for the first face-off of the weekend. This is our main event, 12 rounds in the lightweight division. A lot of questions will be answered Saturday night. Masayoshi Nakatani, Vasiliy Lomachenko. 7 o'clock Pacific on ESPN. Again, the reminder that the undercards begin at 4:15 Pacific on ESPN. Plus, Guido Vianello, Floyd Cashflow Diaz, Robert Biggie Rodriguez. An incredible undercard beginning at 4:15 Pacific. And then we go to the network, ESPN, at 7 o'clock Pacific for 2 incredible fights. Rob Brandt, Janibek Kazakh style, Alim Hanala. And then our main event, they're standing right there. Vasiliy Lomachenko, Masayoshi Nakatani. As always, this is boxing, this is Top Rank. We'll see you tomorrow for the weigh-ins.